Alrighty, fanboys and fangirls, it looks like we have some updates on the MacBook Pro 2021 model, and it looks like the Pro is coming with some familiar ports that a lot of people were asking for, and I think this has proven something about Apple. Also on today's episode, we have the new mini LED shipments starting for the iPad Pro. The suppliers are reportedly starting manufacturing, and also Samsung has taken the lead in terms of Android supported devices. But I'll explain to you why that means absolutely nothing. All that on today's episode, so stay tuned. YouTube, what's poppin'? Michael here. Welcome back to Technoid. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're all staying safe. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all having a great day. Today's stories are gonna be three very short, simple, straight to the point. I'm not gonna waste your time. We're just gonna get right to it. But I'm just gonna tell you guys, like, if you're gonna go to the gym and you're gonna work out the day before, rest up the next day, because right now my body is in pain and I've got work. I think I'm gonna take tomorrow off. All right, let's start the episode. Story number one, the main story, let's talk about the MacBook Pros. Now, I've been covering the MacBook Pros 2021 models. I've been talking about them in great detail. I have been going in detail about what these models are expected to do. I did a full video talking about it on a live stream, so you can check out the live stream. But we have a big update, and it's an update that I didn't think Apple was gonna do, but it looks like they're gonna go with it. According to Ming-Chi Kuo, Apple is reportedly bringing back ports to the MacBook. Now, of course, I already discussed in my live stream, which you can check out at the end of this video, I talked about how Apple was going to bring back a MagSafe type replacement. That would be one of the ports that they use. But then I also talked about ports that Apple was going to bring on. And while I didn't believe it at the time, I did not rule it out because I did see a potential for Apple to make these computers more pro. And it looks like they're caving because according to Kuo, they're going to be packing an HDMI input and an SD card slot. Now, here's the thing. Number one, the SD card slot, I think, is the one thing that everybody and their mothers agree is the one thing that computer needed. I think everybody, whether you're a developer, whether you're a video maker, whatever you are, an SD card slot for photos, videos, just made sense. So Apple bringing it back is a good thing. And number two, the HDMI port also further explains that Thunderbolt 3 and the whole 5K monitor crap just was too expensive for people. Now I get it, there are a niche market of people that do buy these monitors and go Thunderbolt 3, which Thunderbolt 3 is a great connection. I've already talked about Thunderbolt 3, but I think that it's proven that pro quote-unquote users aren't buying into that technology, because if they were, they would be buying the displays from LG and other manufacturers, and they would be going all in. I like the concept of a Thunderbolt 3 display. I also like the idea of the ports being powerful, but at the end of the day, more people are accustomed to HDMI, and if I'm being completely honest, 4K is probably the best that a lot of people are using right now. That is probably the standard for most pro users, in my opinion. I could be wrong by saying that, but the fact that they're adding back these ports kind of gives me a little bit of hope that Apple finally stops trying to take everything away and slowly bring back some things, which probably is never going to happen in a million years. But Kuo expects that these ports, or this MacBook with all these ports, are going to be coming later in the year. Now, he doesn't specify which model it's going to be, but if I had to take the guess, I'm probably going to go and say that it's the 16-inch, because how do you put a 14-inch and give it an HDMI port plus an SD card slot? Maybe the SD card slot goes on there, I don't know. But I'm gonna say the 16-inch because the chassis is a little bit thicker and wider, so they have room to work with. And yeah, that is that's really it on the MacBook Pro. So this is an update to what I did. I am gonna be looking forward to this. I will be updating you guys when I get the stories, when I get the news. So make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss when I upload, because I will be updating you guys frequently. Story number two, let us talk about the iPad Pros. Now, as you know, in March, they usually have these iPad refreshes. And a lot of people have been talking about the March event, and a lot of people are talking about the iPad Pros. Well, I've been making the claim that the mini LED panels are coming. The supply chains have been ramping up production. Well, looks like they have actually started production, because according to XDR, Apple suppliers are reportedly starting the production of the mini LED panels. Seems here, according to DigiTimes, that most of the manufacturers will have micro LED panels, and they are shipping in 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros, but that they are also going to be following first in the iPad Pro department. So we're going to start with the Pro iPads, then we're going to make our way to the MacBook Pros. So everything kind of ties hand to hand. So the story I said previously ties in with this story, because again, mini LEDs are in these computers and also the tablet. So basically, the takeaway from all this, and then I'm going to move on to the last story, iPad Pro, mini LED, MacBook Pro LEDs. What's next? iPhone mini LEDs? Pretty possible at this point. So, mini LED is the future. And last story, let's talk about Samsung and Android updates. Now, as you know, Samsung has quite a bit of products in their library, and they got quite a bit to support. Now, Samsung, as you guys know, are working hard to keep up with rolling out updates as they try their best to. While they may not be the most perfect at it, there is one thing you cannot deny. They have a ton of products, like I just said. And it seems here, according to GS Technica, it says here that Samsung is offering the longest Android security updates than anyone. According to the website, Samsung, Jesus, now I'm gonna hear the Samsung Knights come at me. Basically, Samsung is showing support for all of their foldables, S series, Note series, A series, M series, X cover, and Tab series. Basically, those are different groups and departments of phones, tablets, and other areas that they basically are supporting. Now, this all means good, but there's just one problem. They are terrible at rolling out the updates. They take about maybe 6 months to a year to get. I'm just playing, not that long. But the point is this, guys. Just because Samsung is able to release these products and support them doesn't mean you're gonna get the update anytime soon. Because I remember I had my Note 10 Plus, and even an unlocked model was getting the updates later than the carrier restricted models, which I still think is a big joke at this point. I don't know why people rely on carriers to release your updates. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here is that even though it is good that Samsung is supporting these devices, and it's definitely a step in the right direction, they gotta roll out the process faster. They've gotta keep working at that. And honestly, I will give them credit where credit is due. They do support a decent lineup. But again, if you can't get the updates out on time, and if other phones that are restricted by carriers are getting them faster than your unlocked models, that's a problem. So Samsung, keep up the good work, but you've still got work to do. And that is it for today's episode of Technoid. Now guys, we hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button to help circulate my videos as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all on Friday. I don't know about Thursday because, again, I am not going to be feeling well, but I'll see what happens. Thank you for watching, and peace!